Alright ladies, welcome to Mindful Attraction 2.0, and in today's video we're going to be talking about 5 signs that you should dump him. 5 signs you should literally let go of him. A lot of women struggle with this because letting go is one of the most difficult thing to do when it comes to dating, and letting go is the most important skill set that you can learn, because if you don't know how to let go, you won't be able to see through those red flags. You won't be able to see and realize that, you know what, he's not good for me. Sometimes your brain will naturally rationalize those decisions because you don't want to feel uncertain. You don't want to feel alone. You don't want to face whatever pain you're trying to avoid, right? And I understand sometimes circumstances doesn't allow you to dump a guy because you guys might be living together, because you might depend on him financially, spiritually, emotionally, all that sort of stuff. But when you see these signs that I'm about to review to you guys through some videos that I have stored, these things that you have to watch out, because especially if you have kids, or because it's one thing to have a parent that doesn't have money. It's another thing to have a parent who's not emotionally there for you. Not being emotionally there for your family is extremely, it's more dangerous than not having the resources. All right. So I'm gonna show you guys the 5 signs, and if you're in a relationship where you feel like you can't really let go of them, go to your family members and ask for help. But generally speaking, this is more for relationships that are not too serious, that are not life threatening. All right, so let's get started, okay? So the first sign is he's verbally and physically abusive to you, right? And let me show you guys a scene from Titanic that exemplifies it.
I was tired.
Exertions below decks were no doubt exhausting.
I see you had that undertaker of a manservant follow me. How typical.
You will never behave like that again, Rose. Do you understand?
I'm not a foreman in one of your mills that you can command. I'm your fiancé.
Uh-oh.
My fiancé! Yes, you are, and my wife in practice, if not yet by law, so you will honor me. You will honor me the way a wife is required to honor a husband. Because I will not be made out of fool, Rose. Is this in any way unclear?
No.
Good. Excuse me.
That's the first sign, when they snap out and then suddenly they act normal. They're verbally abusive to you, physically abusive to you, and then they act normal. They act as though you caused me to get angry. It's your fault. Let's relax. You see, when you have that pattern of being normal and then being verbally abusive, physically abusive, and then being back to normal, that's not normal. And you might think that's normal, but it isn't. So if you see a sign like that where it gets in your personal space, threatens you, and you feel intimidated, that's a sign that you should dump them. And there's a lot of assholes out there, some lowlives, that do treat their women like that. And for the most part, when those guys are like that, when you know them, they tend to be assholes in general, right? And you have to look at those signs and not rationalize it. You cannot say I have to stay with him because of this or that. You cannot rationalize it, or else you continually find guys. Yes, you'll find guys who are like that continually. You see, and you're always gonna find a way to rationalize their behavior. So anytime a guy is physically or verbally abusive towards you, it's a sign that you should definitely just dump him, dump his ass. You shouldn't have to deal with men who intentionally hurt you. All right, that's the first sign. The second sign is you're not happy with him. Literally, you're just not happy. Literally, you're just there and you're like, I'm just not happy. All right. So if you're not happy in your relationship, then why are you in it? It might be because you're comfortable. But here's another short video that exemplifies this. Wherein Rose, it sounds like I'm a Titanic fan, right? But Rose, he's in a relationship and she's not happy with it. Let me show you. 1 second. We got Jack. 1 second.
I intended to save this until the engagement gala next week. But I thought
Just look at her. right?
Perhaps as a reminder of my feelings for you.
Fuck that. Those are empty pleasures. Empty pleasures. Just look at her. She has it, but just look at her face. She's not happy.
It was worn by Louis XVI. And they called it Le Coup de la Mer.
Just look at her face. She's just not happy in a relationship. And things don't make you happy. Anyone will look at that and they'll say, wow, she has such a good life. But that's not the case. Doesn't matter about how awesome the life is. If you're not happy with the guy, you just gotta go.
If you would not deny me.
I feel bad. He wants her.
Open your heart to me, Rose.
So that's the second sign. And that happens a lot. Where you find yourself in a relationship, you're just not happy in it. You wake up and you're like, fuck, I gotta say hi to this dude again. Jesus Christ, I gotta talk to the Lexus again. Jesus Christ. Like that happens a lot. And sometimes you call it normal. You think that's a normal thing. Oh, my parents were in that kind of relationship. No, that's not normal. And you don't have to settle for less than that. All right. The second sign is this. He cheated on you, or your ass cheated. All right. Look, if you guys cheated, if you continually cheat, or he cheats on you in the past, and you guys are living through a promise never to do it again, then most likely that's gonna happen again. All right. Words are very ephemeral. Words are very easy to say and hard to keep. All right. So if there's a history of cheating in the relationship, chances are it's gonna happen again. All right, I'm not saying that it's gonna happen to you, but there's a good likelihood that you guys might cheat on each other again, or he might cheat on you again, and you're just wasting your time because there's other people. Look, man, when it comes to people, the sad thing is that it's very difficult for people to change. It's very difficult. And first of all, if somebody cheats on me, just don't tell me. Just be a good liar and don't tell me. That's my thing. I like to think that ignorance is bliss. That's just me. But generally, though, if you're with someone, they cheat on you, and you're with them again, yo, dude, it's gonna happen again. Look, I don't give a fuck I don't give a fuck what they tell you. All right, it is a good likelihood it's gonna happen again. The fourth thing, you don't love them anymore, and this is big. This is similar to not being happy, but there's another clip for that, right? Can you guys guess? What clip it is? Of course you could.
God, not those finger paints.
1 second.
They certainly were a waste of money.
The difference between cows taste and art and mine is that I have some. They're fascinating. Like being inside a dream or something. There's truth but no logic. What's the artist's name? Something Picasso?
Picasso.
I get it now.
He won't, trust me.
God, better.
At least they were cheap. Put it in the wardrobe.
It smells so brand new. Like they built it all just for us. I mean, just to think that tonight, when I crawl between the sheets, I'll be the first.
Tonight, when I crawl between the sheets, I'll still be the first.
Excuse me, miss.
No, shut up.
The first and only.
Nope, Jack got to her. Look at her. Oh, she gave him the pack. That's like the little pat on the back. That's hilarious. You ain't fucking tonight, bro. Oh man. But that's big though, right? Like you're with someone and you're just not there emotionally. You don't want to be around them, and that happens a lot. Sometimes you wake up and you just don't love them anymore. That happens, and it's unexplainable. And you know what? Thank God Thank God I've never been in such a committed relationship where that's a difficult conversation to have. You know what I'm saying? Because I can imagine that must be awkward. But if you just don't love him no more, and you have to force yourself to wake up to be with him, you have to force yourself to actually act like you're still interested. Yo, you gotta bounce, man. The fifth thing, you have a feeling like there's just something off. Like you just feel like, you know what, something's not right about this. I just feel like I have to go. When you have a feeling that something's off, that you just shouldn't be with him anymore, go with your gut feeling, because your gut feelings are there to help you survive. Your gut feelings is your instincts, the instincts that you have. All right. And when something's telling you that something's not right, you gotta follow it. And the problem is that our emotions blind us. Our emotions don't let us look into our own intuition as objectively as possible, because we throw in our own bias, our own desires. We want it to work so badly that we're willing to look through the truth. That happens often. That happens to you. That happens to me. But that's why you have to maintain a presence of mind. You have to separate the facts from the facts from the emotions, because our emotions will always blind us, or will always be optimistic towards a person, even though the signs that they're giving us is of them being unfaithful, is of them being dangerous. But you just don't want to see it, because you either don't want to face the truth, or because your circumstance relies upon you being with him. See what I'm saying? And your livelihood and your mental state and your emotional stability triumphs over having a roof over your head, because if you live in America, most likely you're good. You're gonna be okay. There's a good chance you're gonna be okay. So you gotta follow your instincts. And I've heard a lot of horror stories on women who don't follow their instincts simply because they want to continue to live the life they currently live. Anyways, I know this video wasn't as robust as most of the videos, but this is more of a warning that if you have a feeling that you should get away from this person, you definitely should. And also, if he's physically abusive or verbally, bounce out. If you're not happy with him anymore, bounce out. If you cheated or he cheated on you in the past, most likely this is not gonna work out. Bounce the fuck out. If you don't love him anymore, bounce out. Or if you have a feeling that things are just don't feel right anymore, bounce out. All right, I'm talking about that feeling of like something's off and he's not acting normal. You know, you gotta learn how to listen to your intuition in life, right? Anyways, this is Alex from mindfulattraction.org. If you guys want one-on-one coaching, just go to mindfulattraction.org/coach in the pocket. No, in a game coaching. I actually have a new website. I just redesigned it. Go check it out. I did it. Yeah, I did it, right? Squarespace. Go check it out. And if you guys want let me see, one-on-one coaching, email coaching, monthly coaching, it's there. Take care and have a good day. Bye-bye.